A very warm welcome to you. Many thanks for joining us on this week's edition of the program. We remain your source for all the latest happenings in the world of insurance. My name is Lucy Olugbe. You are welcome. On the lineup this week, first we join Faith and our guest, Mr. GBOYEGA OLANBIWONINU, Chairman Insurance Group of LCCI, where they discuss a wide range of issues in the insurance industry. Speaking during the interview, Mr. OLANBIWONINU said that over and above recapitalization of insurance companies, the enforcement of compulsory insurances is key to the survival of the insurance industry. Do take a listen.
The very first thing that needs to happen, even as we talk about recapitalization, the enforcement of compulsory insurance, that is germane.
On this edition also, we'll bring you highlights from the official commissioning of PLUM Insurance Brokers House. The commissioning of the ultra-modern edifice coincided with the 65th birthday celebration of Barrister Laide Osijo, the chairman of PLUM Insurance Brokers. Speaking at the unveiling ceremony, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Amzat, said that the biggest challenge facing the country is lack of insurance. Do take a listen.
What the biggest challenge is lack of insurance.
Plus, of course, all the other extras will bring you each week on the program. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the lineup. Details in just a moment. Please stay with us.
A very warm welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you join us on the program this week. I have the honor and privilege to be sitting one-on-one with the chairman of the insurance group of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, LCCI, Mr. GBOYEGA OLANBIWONINU, who is my guest on the program this week. Thank you so very much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, let me quickly ask you this question. What is the whole idea behind the insurance group of the LCCI?
Okay, thank you very much. I'll first of all start by sharing with what LCCI stands for. And of course, so that we can have an understanding of the value the insurance sector is bringing to the mix and to the chain. The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry is the oldest chamber in Nigeria and the second oldest in Africa after South Africa chamber. And among other things, the chamber has among its objectives advocacy for companies, organizations, for them to fulfill the commerce and industry injunction relating to the entire economy. Now, in the chamber, we have 22 sectorial groups, and the insurance group is just one of those sectors. Now, for us in the group, our objective again also is an intrinsic part of the holistic objective of the entire industry for the moment, which includes, number one, to be able to increase the penetration level, which currently is abnormally low at less than 1%. The contribution of insurance as a sector to the Nigerian GDP also abnormally low at less than 1%. So one of our objectives is to be able to help in moving that needle up beyond where it is as of today. Now, again, one of our objectives, like I did mention earlier on, that the chamber has among its function to be able to stand as an advocacy group for the commerce and industry. It's to be able to collaborate with all the arms or the key stakeholders in the industry, including Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, the Nigerian Insurance Association, in terms of creating synergy with them to be able to achieve the overall objective of the industry, which among others, one, like I mentioned, increase penetration level. Two, to also be able to change the perception of insurance in Nigeria. Because what we find generally, among other things, why the industry is underperforming is the perception. An average Nigerian feels that I can't really see the value in buying insurance product. If I buy a phone and get my phone recharged with 5,000 naira, Airtel or MTN as the case may be, I know I'm making calls to my friends and loved ones. I'm getting value. But what value do I really derive from buying insurance? And over the years, that perception has diminished. So we need to bring that perception up to say, hey, insurance products and buying insurance products, there are a lot of value attached to it, because overall, insurance is about wealth creation. And that is why in developed countries of the world, what you generally find is the fact that insurance is made compulsory, especially at the minimum, third party motor, household insurance. Those are compulsory insurances, health, medical. They are compulsory insurances in Europe, North America, and Asia. And that's, again, is one of the bane and the challenges, one of the bane, and of course, the key parameter that has actually brought us to where we are. Government's lack of enforcement of insurance products by the regulatory bodies, which of course here is government.
Okay, now, oftentimes when you insurers talk about, or those in the insurance space talk about the compulsory insurances, governments not doing their own part. The question that easily comes to mind is, would you say that as operators of this market, you've actually pushed government to an extent where they prioritize implementation of compulsory insurances and make it a priority of government? Would you say as an industry, you guys have been able to do that?
Now, thank you very much. Now, I think, again, the problem of lack of enforcement from government is an endemic problem. It's a problem that has existed over the years. Why? Because the apparatus of government itself, and I say apparatus, I'm talking about those that make the laws in government. I'm not quite sure most of them really even appreciate the value of insurance. And
you made
now,
to appreciate the value of insurance?
Now, we've just concluded the 2019 Insurance Consultative Forum, and one of the issues that came forth there is just what we are also discussing right in here now. And, you know, the president of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, Mr. Shola Tudumbu, took us through the effort the industry had made in the last 2-3 years in taking this matter to the chamber. When I say chamber, I'm talking about the upper chamber here, the Senate, and also the lower chamber in Nigeria, talking about the House of Representatives, and where they were before the last regime, of course, the last government before we sworn in another one, where it ended, and which is that we are almost towards the end of the matter. We are just gradually, there's a light in the tunnel. So we've actually made them to see, to realize the value inherent in insurance. But again, what you also find, and that's why I say it's an endemic problem, in Nigeria today, how many state governments are buyers of insurance? They don't believe in it.
Now, when you say they don't believe in insurance, it's one thing for me not to believe in something. It's another thing for those who are in that space to try and educate me and make me see the value in what I don't believe in, so I can believe. Now, would you say as players in the insurance space, you've been able to communicate the benefit or the value inherent in insurance to some of the states?
Okay, once again, thank you. I think I would like to respond to that by saying the largest room in the world is a room of improvement. So I wouldn't say we've exhausted all channels that is required in this regard. But I would just like to just take you through some of the things we've done, at least in the last 3, 4, 5 years, starting from the days of the Commissioner of Insurance, Mr. Fola Daniels, where MDRI was initiated. MDRI is Market Development Restructuring Initiative, which has, among other things, some marketing mix in terms of advertisement, in terms of getting out there to make people to have an understanding of what the insurance product means and the value inherent in it. And again, after him, we have Alhaji Kari, and he also moved on in that same plan. So in terms of, are we really getting across to the people to make them realize, the value inherent in it? I would say yes, we improve over the years. And one of the things we've also done today at the chamber, in the 2019 Insurance Consultative Forum, is to also help in improving on educating the people, as well as creating that awareness. And I also know we have some other practitioners, and of course you are one of them, in terms of what you are also doing in the consumer space, in trying to educate artisan, market women, and those who traditionally don't even buy insurance. Because what you find in Nigeria is that those that buy insurance are corporate companies, multinationals, conglomerates, that knows that if they don't do this thing, is a problem by the board. So what we are doing now is to keep on increasing that level of awareness. At the level of NCRIB, we have a radio station, and I've been privileged to participate in it. And we go there, I think, almost every other week. Different radio stations in Lagos. We've done that also within some other regions in the north, in the south, in trying to create awareness of the product to the Nigerian public.
Okay, Mr. Olanbiwoninu, it does appear, I might be wrong, that the Nigerian insurance industry is not really interested in developing the retail end of the market.
Not quite, how do you mean?
The reason why I say that is this. For conventional insurance companies, the last round of recapitalization, we didn't see any much movement in terms of their interest in the retail space. Then we move on to, maybe retail market is not really for big players who are more interested in the accounts of NNPC and the likes. Let's look at microinsurance. For years, we've been on the issue of microinsurance, and when I mean we, even the regulator, giving new licenses to companies that want to play in the microinsurance. And it does appear that nothing is happening, or no one is really interested. So what is the guarantee that after this round of recapitalization, the people who are interested in the retail space will suddenly, of course you said the last round, the movement that you saw was because the corporate environment were now all of a sudden interested in insurance. How are we sure we're not going to see a repeat performance?
Well, I think the very first thing that needs to happen, even as we talk about recapitalization, is for the enforcement of compulsory insurance. That is germane to whatever retail platform we want to set up. And you may say how. For example, and I just take a typical example. Federal Road Safety Commission, I think, as at the last publication, shared with us that we have well over 15 million vehicles in Nigerian roads, on Nigerian roads. And of these 15 million, over 60% or 70% are even domiciled in Lagos. Now, of these 15 million or 14 million, as the case may be, from the record of NIA, only 3,000 are insured. If you look at that percentage proportion, what it does means is that if you take a poll on the Lagos road, out of 10 vehicles plying the streets or the roads in Lagos, about one or one and a half have insurance.
All right, welcome back. Moving on, we now bring you highlights from the commissioning of PLUM House. The well-attended event drew dignitaries from within and outside the insurance industry who came to celebrate with Barrister Osijo and wish her happy birthday. For those who may not know, Barrister Laide Osijo was the very first president and chairman governing board of the NCRIB in the 50 years history of the council. Happy viewing.
Barrister Mrs. Lydia Osijo is a woman of many parts, an astute insurance practitioner, an entrepreneur, and a caring mother. Her passion and tenacity has made her to score many firsts. She was the first female president and chairman governing board of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, NCRIB. Barrister Osijo, as an entrepreneur, has nurtured many businesses. Amongst them is PLUM Insurance Brokers Limited, one of the leading brokerage firms in Nigeria. The management and staff of the company recently hosted friends and well-wishers from within and outside the insurance industry at the official commissioning of the ultra-modern edifice aptly named PLUM, which also coincided with the 65th birthday of Barrister Osijo. The double celebration kicked off with a With a brief church service over, the Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Amzat, who stood in for the Governor of Lagos State, officially commissioned the PLUM House.
Praise the name of the Lord, His Excellency, and for the benefit of all the people that will work here and that will come in here. We pray that everybody that enter this place will do so in peace. And we won't carry out dead body from this place. That everybody that walks out will prosper and everything will go according to plan.
Welcoming friends and well-wishers to the ceremony, Barrister Lydia Osijo noted that the edifice will be a thing of pride, not only to PLUM Insurance, but to the entire broking community.
The idea of building an office for PLUM Insurance Brokers was born out of the desire to have a befitting office for the company and etch its place in the committee of respected insurance broking professionals in Nigeria. There is no gainsaying that the edifice will be a thing of pride, not only to PLUM, but also to the Nigerian insurance industry as a whole. My special appreciation goes to the Executive Governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, and his Deputy President, Dr. Razak, who elected to commission this building in spite of their busy schedule and share the joy of my birthday with me. Thank you very much. This is no doubt a demonstration of the avowed intention of the present administration in Lagos State to provide enabling environment for business growth and advance the insurance friendliness, for which we are most grateful.
Delivering his goodwill message, the Deputy Governor, Dr. Amzat, said that we can't build a health system that is sustainable without health insurance.
One of the biggest challenge is lack of insurance. So we don't have health insurance. When people lose their house to whatever disaster, then they have to start all over again. So we are one disaster away from homelessness and from poverty. So it seems to me then, sir, the acting commissioner, Mama Lydia Osijo and Dr. Nigogi, that doctor has to now relate to how we can get all those people into the insurance family. So the second reason why we are here, maybe not official, is that today is your birthday. You're 65 years, and we want to thank God for the life that God has used you in this insurance industry and in the country generally to do a lot of good things. I pray that God continue to be with you, continue to guide you, and that this company we'll be able to assist Lagos State to achieve a lot of things. And that is to again institutionalize the culture of insurance. Because a lot of our people insure their jewelry. So I wonder why we are not insuring our lives or our health. So you can do a life insurance, fine, but that's if you die. That's not for you. It's for the people that are still living. It's good, but, well, you are gone. So why don't we do health insurance that allows us to live longer? I know that we pray a lot, but you must also do what you have to do. God is a God of process. So God has given us our lives, has given us the brain to think. So please let us, the state has started that we can't build a health system that is sustainable without health insurance.
Also delivering his goodwill message, the Acting Commissioner for Insurance, Mr. O.S. Thomas, said that the edifice will add to project the image of the insurance industry.
Assistant, first congratulations, this is the 5th birthday. And for this edifice, a manifestation of hard work, diligence, and commitment. I can only say that on behalf of the National Insurance Commission and the entire industry, we appreciate what you are doing and what you have done and how it is manifested. But remember, good work deserves more work. There's much more to be done. And I want to believe, as an agent of change, you will bring it to bear in the way and manner in which you operate your company and the impact on the industry at large. We congratulate you, and I can tell you, 5 years down the lane, you will see many other operators, brokers, also, probably they might have not have thought of it before, but the recent development I'm seeing is that I was somewhere this morning and I saw something also similar. You see many also putting up something like this. This is adding to the economy of Lagos State. The Lord will bless you.
In a goodwill message, the president of the NCRIB, Dr. Mrs. Bola Onigbogi, said that PLUM Insurance Brokers has earned itself as one of the most progressive insurance brokers in Nigeria.
As you are all aware, the erection of a befitting office complex of this nature has inched the image of PLUM Insurance Brokers Limited and will definitely enhance the productivity of the staff. It is also an evidence that PLUM Insurance Brokers has stamped its reputation as one of the most progressive insurance brokers in the Nigerian insurance market. As NCRIB President, I must not miss this opportunity to remind existing and potential insurance clients in insuring public about the place of registered insurance brokers in all insurance arrangements. Insurance brokers like PLUM are the professional insurance intermediaries that help clients, be they corporate or individual, maximize the value of their insurances.
Others who gave goodwill messages were the president of CIIN, Mr. Eddie Efekoha, Mr. Remy Alon, Mr. Prosper Opui, and a host of others. PLUM Insurance Brokers Limited was founded in 1991 but commenced operation in the year 1992 with a vision to put their customers first. That vision of excellence has given rise to the company's fast growth rate in insurance space. Barrister Sijo is a sound insurance practitioner with impressionable impact in all the arms of the insurance industry, namely underwriting, reinsurance, and broking.
time on the program this week. Many thanks for being a part of it. If you missed any of our episodes, just go to our YouTube channel and watch. But first, you have to subscribe. Do feel free also to connect with us on all our social media platforms. Our 2 headline events was a blast. Please watch this space for highlights soon. My name is Lucy Olugbe. Until same time, same station next week, from the entire team, do have a blessed day. Bye-bye.